we made a big boo-boo, guys. We didn't read the email that we got.
Yeah.
Because we're out of practice.
I had read it a while. Hi, welcome back to our channel. We are Chase and Melia, and we are back. Yay! We took a little time off. Had a nice time. Yeah. Well, I would say it was we were doing our taxes, which is never a fun time for those of you who know.
And it's also late.
It's also late, but it's it's
just been a fun season.
It's a whole deal. It's a whole deal. Today is a sponsored video by our friend and subscriber Grace. She's wonderful.
Absolutely.
And she gave us this video. Huyen. We love Huyen.
We do.
We love to listen to Huyen and break apart anything that she has for us. If this is your first time here, we are Chase and Melia. We are voice teachers. We like to break down what professional singers do, professional singers like Huyen, and see if we can use them for our own singing, if we can try to break stuff down so that you can get better at singing, and just talk about singing in general.
Absolutely. We are singers ourselves. We are voice teachers. We are singing appreciators.
Yes.
We're all of the above.
Yes.
And we're just hoping that these videos help you guys love singing more, because that's our goal.
Whether or not you feel like you're good at singing, you should sing, because singing is awesome. It's fun. Awesome. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do, and you should do it.
Absolutely. So let's get started.
Let's get started.
Oh, it's Huyen and someone.
We're sorry we don't know the other person's name, and we don't
know if they're going to sing.
We don't know if they're going to even sing yet. But if you are singing, this isn't just Huyen.
That's right.
We just know Huyen. We don't know you.
We don't know.
We don't know you. I don't know you. I know her. Ready?
혹시나 그대는 또 나와 달라서 아직까지 혼자만 힘들어할까봐 날 그만 잊어요 그댈 보낸 못난 내 기억에 행복하지 못하면 안 돼요 그대까지
God bless you. God bless you. That was a great time. God bless you.
Excuse me.
That was a great time to stop anyway, because this is taking a turn for me, this video, because we ignorantly thought it was just Huyen.
I know.
But
we didn't even know what we were getting ourselves into.
I'm super duper excited, because I feel like this is just a really great example and a great opportunity for us to talk about harmony and blending, and something that you and I feel very, very, very passionately about, because we obviously sing together a lot. And so having sung together so much, people always say, "Oh my gosh, you guys sound like you practice all the time,"
or
because
you sound
we
like one
blend
voice
so well. But I think that I don't know the nature of this relationship, but I'm going to assume some things, and I'm going to assume that they're not like in a band together, or I'm going to assume that they don't sing together frequently. Again, I could be an idiot. Okay, I'm fully admitting that, and I'm not going to research it because it doesn't really matter right now.
I wouldn't call you an idiot.
No, but either way, what I'm trying to say is the way Huyen harmonizes is something that we should all take note of, because it adds to it. It doesn't take away from it. It's not distracting. They sound like one unit. They sound like one voice. How do you do that? You do things like vowel matching. You're listening to the person singing the melody. The people that you sing with, you have to follow each other and listen to each other. And she's doing that so well in this. She's just dynamically following her. There's just all of the good things.
I was actually talking to my student about this the other day. Hey, Dawn.
Hey.
It was he was talking about the difference. Is it different to sing in a choir? Do you sing differently in a choir than you would solo? And I would say that when I was a choir teacher, and if I was still a choir teacher, I would not, everyone says do really tall, really super tall vowels. And I just wouldn't teach that way anymore. I would say we need to have the same vowels. So we're gonna decide as a group, okay, and I would do exercises that would define those vowels over and over again so that when we all go to those vowels, they're the same.
Yeah.
Not that they are all tall. Now we do tall vowels because they are easier to blend. They don't stick out as much, but they lack, I think it's harder to do. It's harder on your voice. We talk about that all the time. But
they're sometimes less efficient.
It's less efficient and clarity and all that kind of stuff. And when you're singing in a choir, it's not so much about efficiency, but then you don't really know how to sing any other way. Let's listen to when they really sing together because it sounds like one voice, but they're both clear.
Yes.
They're both still singing
and
using their voice. They're not trying to like mask their voice or not stand out.
Yeah.
So that was not only vowels, it was also dynamic choices.
Yeah, they absolutely, they float on that together. Yeah.
And it's things like that that's a coordination piece. And it's a coordination piece, but it's also using your ears. You really have to listen to your partner. But also you guys decide beforehand.
Yes.
You're like, let's line up right here, and then we'll dig in straight to the end. It's all that kind of stuff that people think just happens.
Yes.
Or if you sing with other people, you just think, why aren't they doing that? It's like, well, you never told them.
Exactly.
You never discussed it.
Well, and I would take all of this even a step further because you might think, okay, so then you're going to sing a duet or you're going to sing with somebody. We need to practice a bunch and we need to nail this down. There is some truth to that. Like, yeah, you do practice some things, like especially if there's a tricky run or, some rhythmically challenging moments in the song. But I would say ultimately it's a philosophy, and it's like the exercise that you're practicing is listening. Because I would argue that you can blend well with somebody you've never sung before with first time. Like generically, I would argue that, because I think that it's more about a technique of singing. Like it's a style of collaboration. You look at other musicians who don't play together, and then they come together because they're used to listening to one another.
That's a good point.
And I feel like with singing, we often like write off stuff so much and say it's like, oh, well, you're either just born with it or you've spent tons and tons of time on it. But I think that there is a way of having it all, having both. So
that's a good point.
A little tangent.
Yeah, but it's a good one, I think.
Yeah.
So when you sing with other people, listen. Use your ears.
왜 이제 까맣게 잊은 채 행복하게 잘 지낼 그대가 걱정되죠 아직도 아직도 모두 다 잊지 못한 건가 봐요 그대를 걱정하고 있는 걸 보니 날 버린 기억이 가슴에 남아서 혹시라도 나처럼 울기만 할까봐 날 그만 잊어요 그댈 보내 못난 내 기억에 행복하지 못하면 안 돼요 그대까지 날 그만 잊어요 난 왜 이제 까맣게 잊은 채 행복하게 잘 지낼 그대가 걱정되죠 아직도
So they switched. Did you hear that they switched? I was wondering if they were going to do that.
I didn't even realize.
So like you barely realized it, but let's listen to that. See, they switched.
Interesting.
Right?
Wow. Okay, I didn't even catch that. What do you think about so this recording is
2006 or
6 years
6
old.
years old. Yeah, 2017. I think her voice sounds pretty different.
I
Is
think
that what
her
you're
voice
asking?
sounds
Yeah.
very different.
I think I was gonna say that. Also we talk about this all the time, but when you have another voice to compare it to, it just makes any sort of thing really
Stand
obvious. Yeah, it stands out. And so we talked about this. I think the last time we reacted to Huyen, a little bit of a breathiness and an airiness that felt like a choice. And I feel like in this place, it kind of almost feels like more of a habit than a choice. Like I'm hearing it more consistently.
Yeah.
And what that means, if you're new, is we're just hearing air escaping, a breathiness effect. Now, pop music calls for this a lot. A lot of people like that sound.
Yeah.
But from our side
It
of
blends
things,
easier.
it blends easier and it records well. Like there's a lot of reasons people like that sound. But I think what we hear oftentimes when we hear that air escaping is an inefficiency. So your vocal folds are not phonating fully, which then can lead to a lot of issues. And it also just, we really like that fully vibrating sound. That sound is something that we lend to.
Yeah.
Lend to? No, that we lean towards. Yeah.
Well, and I would say they both kind of have it. They're both kind
I
of
would
breathy
agree.
until they really turn it on.
Yeah.
And I think when I really fall in love with a voice, and this is where we have our own like preferences and stuff
Biases,
and
yeah.
bias, is when somebody's singing softly and like it's not the big exciting part
For sure.
and they're clear.
Yes.
And they don't have that breathiness. It is a dynamic choice, like we said,
Absolutely.
for some people, but also for me, for years, and even now, I struggle with that clarity and maintaining that clarity. And it's not even, yes, it's about efficiency, but it's also just about all the, tone that I can just give my voice. And it's just, to me, it's like the most natural setting of our voices.
I would say that is like the modern day term for it, which is tone. And we call that resonance.
Yeah,
Right? Like I think
yeah.
like what we're talking about when we're looking at these voices that are, we say, fully efficient or whatever, we think that they're very resonant, meaning that there's just like all of the physics of sound is there and is present.
But I would actually disagree. I don't think I'm talking about resonant.
Interesting.
What are they resonating? It's the source of the sound. You know what I mean? So like,
You mean like the tone? Is that what you're talking about right now?
yeah. Well, but I think tone is a function of both what I'm talking about and resonance. The vibrator, the thing that is making the noise, and then the resonator is the thing that amplifies the noise.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm talking about the thing that's making the noise when it's fully coming together. To me, is just such a good thing that I don't know. I always chase after it.
I would argue though, we're going
Ooh,
too
now
deep.
we're arguing.
That having
You're wrong.
great argument. Having efficient
Nice try.
singing will lead to better resonance. I feel like they go hand in hand. I feel like they
Sure.
affect each other directly because if you're talking about your resonator, sure, you can change your mouth position, you can change your vowels, you can do all of that, you can close your mouth. But if you're singing with good airflow and your vocal folds are vibrating completely and efficiently, you will have better resonance. And if you're not, you will not.
Sure.
I don't think it's possible to have good resonance without good singing technique with this, I would argue. There you go. Boom.
I would argue. Argument made. Argument made.
Argument made. Need a
Yeah.
gavel.
Well,
Gavel?
and I, this other person's voice, I love her voice as well. And it's just, I don't know, there's a lot to like, but there's still that, I think that breathiness and that other kind of stuff, but there's so much artistry and creativity with how they're phrasing stuff.
Oh, for sure.
It's just objectively beautiful.
I'm going to do some research that I should have done before we started and see if we know who she is. We made a big boo-boo, guys. We didn't read the email that we got.
Yeah.
Because we're at practice.
I had read it a while ago.
Right.
And then I just clicked the link today.
Anyway, we were given more information than this. We know who this is. This is
Wonderfully comprehensive information. by the way.
wonderfully comprehensive information. So Grace gave us all the information we need. She has told us that this is Huyen and Park Heeju, and also that Park or Heeju, I'm not sure if that's what she will say,
Park Hee-ju?
is not a professional singer. She's just a regular audience member person that was chosen to sing on this show by Huyen.
Could have fooled me.
That's amazing.
She's a very, very good singer.
That's amazing. So that makes this even cooler. Also, what makes this cooler is that she's recommending this video because of the harmonies. So there we go. We genuinely reacted to this without having that information.
Yeah.
Starting of this video.
Yeah.
And we feel the same. So Grace, we're on the same page.
Grace,
okay.
you're amazing.
You're amazing.
Also, this is amazing. And this is what I mean. Like, so we talk a lot about that efficiency and like the clarity and like, yes, that is the ideal, but I hope you hear at the same time that we're just enjoying this because it's objectively beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's just gorgeous singing.
Absolutely.
You know, from the, you know, the vocal health and all these other things that we talk about all the time. I have vocal health issues. I still know that people enjoy hearing me sing, and I'm still a singer, you know? And so like those things, I hope you don't hear those things and think, well, I can't because I sound breathy or I can't, you know, no, you can still make absolutely gorgeous, beautiful music.
Totally.
100%.
It's not fair that she isn't a singer. Or
Yeah. So what I think is one of the most amazing things about this, and maybe I'm glad that we only just found out that she's like a regular human being. When you take a lot of people, even like people who are professional musicians.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't remember who was like paired up, but one person we watched was like a real deal singer, and one was like a, you know, like a pop artist.
Yeah.
And it was just like, ooh, it was like woof. You know, it was like, wow, it's so evident that you are an actual vocalist who just that's what you do. And that's not necessarily this other person's strength, but like they might be more famous.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that that's what's going on here. But the fact that this lady is just not just hanging, but they are both contributing to this pretty equally.
Absolutely.
Just beautifully.
This is such a cool concept of a show.
Yeah. My favorite part is that she sounds like she's in the same league with
100%.
And that's awesome.
I want to watch that little last section just because she
absolutely
showed off
there's
some
so much
parts
vowels.
of her voice.
There's so much there too. So What do you got? What do you got for that?
Well, first of all, Hiju took the higher part of that. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
And it's like really the first time you hear her sing up there. And it's like as good as you think it's going to be. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I was going to say something similar to that I feel like she goes for it. She doesn't try to control it. It doesn't feel like she's trying to like muscle it. She's not trying to control it. A lot of people, when they try to hit the high notes, they really bear down and they like try to do it. She like let go.
She was just
You can watch her body. She opens up more.
Yeah.
You know, some people really bear down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, it's just...
and there's not like a ton going on here, and she just looks so free, and it sounds so good.
And like to be able to do that with a megastar, sharing the stage with a megastar in a big room, tons of lights, and sing freely like that is wild.
Did you want to talk about her vowels, you said too? Or there's just a lot of good?
So...
So I owe you guys another apology because I just got that wrong. Apology. I know. We're getting back into it, okay?
I guess.
She is not singing the higher part.
Wow.
But that tells you, I feel like, how incredibly well they are doing together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even you talking about those vowels.
Yeah.
I think that part of that is when you're singing in a certain part of your register, you might have to modify a little bit.
But sorry to interrupt
You're good.
you. I think they blended. I think they fixed it.
Yeah.
So
But
I
I
was going
think
to take
that's
back
what's
what I
happening
said.
too. I think it's a little bit of both. Like it's so nice to hear. Like my favorite parts of live singing. You know what I mean? Like it's not like nobody's asking for perfection. And I think people often think that's what we're wanting is like perfection. I think it's just, I don't know. I just wanted to apologize because she's obviously not singing the higher part.
Obviously.
But again, I will not apologize in the same sentence because they're confusingly good as each other.
I'm going to apologize for not watching this a bunch
More
in my life
for
earlier.
this having been how long
Taking
it took
so
me to
long
react to it.
to watch it because this is so good.
Yeah.
So I want to watch that again, but I hear it's like a little bit and then they
they get
really
it.
I think they really find it.
Yeah.
And this is like it's not nitpicky. I don't
Yeah,
want,
for sure. People think
We're not
that's
critiquing. We're trying to explain what we're hearing and what you can hopefully hear as well. So listen for it. And there's a point where I think either Huyen goes a little bit taller
Mm-hmm.
or
right.
or Park kind of Heeju kind of gets a little more pointy, bright. But
let's
it just
listen.
clicks. Yeah.
이제는 날 그만 떠나요.
I think that it's Heeju because she puts it a little bit more forward and it just like clicks.
Yeah. She goes, and that part gives
Pretty cool.
me chills. It's so good.
So good.
It's so good.
Should we listen to it one more time?
Yes.
날 그만 떠나요. 그댈 못 잊은 채 힘들게
That's a face too.
보려는 날 위해서 날
That was her, a pie.
I know.
그댈 못 잊은 채 힘들게 행복해져 보려는 날 위해서
This lady.
She's
This
probably
lady
famous now.
is
We're probably
so
just
good.
dumb.
Oh my gosh.
It's really good.
Na, 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 na. That is so hard to get up
Just hanging
there.
out.
But also the blend.
I know.
The
They're
blend.
both. This is Grace. You are not wrong. This is a great example.
Vowels.
duet.
Everyone. Vowels.
Yes.
Listen to them. Ready? Let's listen to that part.
힘들게 행복해져 보려는 날 위해서
Why does that fit so perfectly? Why does that fit so perfectly? It's vowels. It's
Sorry,
them
I
having the exact same vowels.
Yeah. I got distracted because you stopped it and I was like,
Okay.
Let's listen to it
one
again.
more now.
힘들게 행복해져 보려는 날 위해서 그대 이제 내 맘에 이렇게 남처럼 힘들게 하지 말고
She
That
took
is-
the high one that one time. That time too.
that is my face too. It just keeps getting better. We're going to just watch
So,
that. Oh.
Park.
Heeju,
Heeju Park.
right? No, it's Park Heeju.
Park Heeju.
I think it's just Heeju.
I'm sorry because you're amazing and I just don't know. Anyway. What are some things that you think that she does so well?
Air. The use of her air. She uses her air very
Yes, ma'am.
all the way. Very all the way. Completely.
Yep.
I also think she's got a lot of natural vowels. In the sense that it seems like she's speaking. Like she really just doesn't seem to be overcompensating, making weird adjustments. I don't have the words for it, but it sounds very natural.
Yeah.
And easy. It seems like she's singing very easily.
Sure.
How about you?
I I am so impressed with her head voice as well as her beltiness. She's got such like, you know, because it's usually, it feels like for a lot of people it's one or the other. You get this super belty or you get this really clear. But you know, when she flips up, na 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 na, like when she does stuff like that, it is so good.
It is super good.
And then she just gets this power down low. So I would say a lot of that is that air, but also sounding natural, letting your voice go where it wants to go, and listening, but also not. I don't think she's listening to herself. I think she's listening to Huyen, so she can blend, right? And so we talk all the time about how you can't really listen to yourself and sing at the same time.
Yeah.
But what are you supposed to listen to?
Yeah.
And I just think that the sense of phrasing, the musicality, but also just this full send on whether you're singing in your chest voice or whether you're in the belty bit or whether you're in the thing. It's just, she just is getting after it, and it's awesome.
I think that consistency is for sure. Like, I've noticed that with her as well. Like, she's what we talked about earlier. Like, she's consistent in every part of her range, where even if it's like lower dynamically or lower in register, it still has that resonance.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting.
This is so good.
So did they win? Is she famous now? Is that how that works?
She is in my book.
Same, because...
Just wow.
Whoa. This was very exciting. You know, this is a great way to make a comeback. Sorry for those brief little moments where we forgot what the heck we're doing.
Oh, man.
But otherwise, I think that in the end it worked out, because reacting to this kind of blindly only further proved the reason why Grace recommended it, which is that Huyen is incredible at blending, and that this is a really great example of a beautiful duet.
Yeah.
You know, like this is what she wanted to see. And even though we were blind and couldn't read, we could hear. Thank goodness.
I can't read.
I cannot read.
But I can hear.
But I can hear. So we hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you learned something and that you take something away from it to either apply to your own singing or just to further appreciate the voice and Huyen and all these artists that we loved watching, like doing this so well at such a high level. So
yeah, and this was wild to initially we kind of looked at them as equals, but like finding out that
they're very much
Hee-Ju Park is just a regular person with an absolutely amazing voice. Was honestly so much fun.
Yes.
So much fun.
So if this is your first time on the channel, go check out other videos. We've reacted to Huyen before. We've reacted to lots of other artists and singers.
MAMAMOO.
Yes, and we have some lessons on here. We hope that you learn and take something away from our channel. Welcome, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.